What is so special about Gift City?
Morning, Haslinda. Well, Gift City is this little oasis in India where many of the rules and red tape that governs doing business in India, doing business in much of India, does not apply. Now, one of the core concerns investors have with India is that the rupee is not fully convertible. Of course, for local policymakers, the reasons the rupee is not fully convertible are prudential. They want to safeguard the livelihoods and prevent extreme currency volatility. Gift is one little market in India where you can trade the rupee freely. And that has allowed policymakers, that has allowed different banks to offer products that until now could only be offered in places like Dubai and Singapore. These are hedging products, these are products with trade finance, and a lot of derivative products as well. So a lot of interesting things, interesting financial assets that could only be offered abroad can now be offered on the soil of India.
Apart from that, how else is Gift different? What can investors do in Gift that is different?
So until recently, Haslinda, for example, Indian companies could only go and lease aeroplanes, for example, from abroad. Now, because policymakers have carved out Gift to be a free market, they allow the design of products where you can now lease an airline and give this sort of business to Indian companies if you do it via Gift. There are legislations being changed to allow foreign universities to set up local campuses if they route it via Gift again. That allows them to bypass a lot of red tape in the country. The plan is, of course, to create Gift into an international arbitration center where disputes can be resolved right at the scene of business. So there are a lot of developments that policymakers are excited about. But one thing to remember is that there's a lot of political capital backing Gift. The project, of course, is a flagship project of Prime Minister Modi. He conceptualized the project when he was chief minister of the Gujarat state. And of course, now he's the prime minister. So there's a lot of policy and there's a lot of political will backing this project.
Jeanette, also, I mean, what are the challenges facing Gift? I know one, I don't want to be too flippant, and that is that Gujarat doesn't allow alcohol, and many young executives have been asked about whether they'll be able to drink there or not. But aside from that, we've also got the lack of a city infrastructure, haven't we? So, give us a sense of what they have to do in the future to get this up and running properly.
Oh, absolutely, Rashad. When you think of financial hubs, when you think of London, when you think of Singapore, you think of the buzz within these places. You think of everything that you can do after you finish work, right? You can go to a pub, you can grab a drink with your mates. Gift currently does not allow that infrastructure. It does not have that sort of critical mass. Currently, there are about 20,000 employees. Policymakers, authorities we speak to say that critical mass will be achieved when Gift hits about 50,000 employees. But how do we get there? Now, finance, of course, is notoriously capital intensive, not necessarily labor intensive. So authorities are betting that as more and more of these non-financial companies set in, we're talking about consultants, we're talking about lawyers, we will see the number of people within Gift rapidly increase. We will see that social infrastructure being built that actually lends to the buzz of a financial hub. We will see more people walking on the streets. Make no mistake, there already are beautiful gyms that people can use. The roads are beautiful, they're wide. They lack a lot of the grime that Indian cities are known for. It's just that we need people to come to Gift, and that's what policymakers across India are now working toward.